Hey, how's everyone doing tonight? For those of you who joined us just a couple of minutes ago for On the Ring Apron, we appreciate you sticking around with us for a few minutes longer because, as I said on there, working a little overtime tonight. Welcome to the Plate Exchange. I get to make 2 episodes in 1 week. I'm thrilled. More airtime for me. I love it. First, credit where credit's due. My wife, Kia, working the camera in the background here.
Hey, what's up?
So, of course, if you watch Smackdown tonight, you know what we're here to do. And that is we are here to crown new champions on our women's tag team titles. Boss and Hug, champions once again. The Boss and the Blueprint and the, whatever you want to call her. As well as what is now Bayley 2 belts. Being able to become the second woman to hold 2 championships at once. Of course, the first woman ever to hold a singles and a tag title at the same time. So Bayley, once again, finding a way to make history. But we're here to officially get them on our belts and to make it official. And then when we're done, we might just have a little surprise for you as we have some very special people waiting in the wings who I know want to give their thoughts on this. So hang tight with us here for a minute. Let's get the official word done and take care of things. First of all, of course, because, as we mentioned, Bayley has won, now holds 2 different titles, very similar to what we had to do with Becky Lynch when she was holding 2 titles at once. We only own 1 set of plates, and after some internal discussion between myself and Kia, we eventually decided that we were not going to go with going back to her old hugger plates as a second set for Bayley, because we feel that she has accomplished it very well in her heel role. So we're going to do the same thing we did with Becky, which is we're going to have one on one of the belts and then one of her plates on the other. So I have already removed the right plate from the SmackDown Women's Championship. Bayley's still holding the spot on the left, while the second one now just goes to the generic, and we will, leave it as that until one of the titles gets dropped by Bayley. And we now, of course, move on to our main attraction of the evening. Are now former champions Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross, who won the championships at WrestleMania 36 this year, beating the Kabuki Warriors, have now dropped the titles. I don't know the exact number. I didn't stop to count it up, but somewhere around 50 days, I think, somewhere in there since Mania, give or take a little bit, maybe around 60. But either way, their second reign ends tonight, and the Boss and Hug Connection, now doing it in a heel role, now starting their second reign as champion. So we'll go ahead and start the process here. So while I'm going through the initial start of this, Kia, if you want to provide your thoughts towards tonight's match, what'd you think? And also, are you happy with the end result?
You understand that I do love the women's division. I love it a lot, and there's no real surprise that I am upset that my girls lost. But like I said on the show, I want to see Sasha and Bayley have a longer reign. I feel like they deserve it. I feel like with them being the first women's tag team, I feel like let it be them having a longer reign. But yes, I'm upset, but I'm happy for the ladies. I'm happy for them. So. And
you said, you mentioned, of course, Bayley and Sasha's first run, winning it at the Elimination Chamber pay-per-view 2 years ago, but then losing it so soon after at WrestleMania. Of course, there was a great amount of fallout that came from that, ultimately resulting in Sasha taking time off from the company. It's nice to see that they're finally getting an opportunity to be champions together again, and hopefully be given a better run than they were given the first time. Although, of course, you figure that Alexa and Nikki are certainly not done running after them, and of course the Iconics also waiting on Raw as well. But as you can see, we say goodbye to the Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross plates. The Nikki Cross plates only got a couple of days on the belts because we just put those on in a plate exchange episode earlier this week. And it got a lot of publicity thanks to the shout-out from Kaylee Ray. A lot of people going to WWE Shop and saying, hey, where's plates for, Gallus? Where's plates for Nikki Cross? Why are these not public? Why is it taking so long? So maybe we finally get a jump start because you can know from me being a collector how many times the plates seem to miraculously come out right about the time they drop the titles. And also, before they go on the belt, I'm curious to find out with Sasha plates being the original red plates that she had with her new persona of being called the Blueprint and also being on SmackDown's brand. Is there a chance we're seeing some new Sasha plates here pretty soon? But for now, that's what we've got to work with. So let's go ahead and get them on here. But Yeah, I don't know about you, but the folks waiting in the wings to hopefully be able to join us, and for those of you that are not involved with this will actually be our first time trying to bring guests onto any of our shows, but I'm pretty sure we could hear that scream all the way from Charlotte.
I can tell you, they're not just any guests. We consider both of these ladies family, and if you've been with us, you understand we met them. And I can tell you, I was nervous. I'm gonna even lie. They were like, their swag, their game, everything for them to actually cosplay was phenomenal. With them, they're not gonna bite you or whatever.
We passed them twice at that access before we finally, worked up the nerve to go ask a question. But to do full context, we end up running into them at an access. Of course, didn't know them yet. This was at WrestleMania 34, the access before. And then we end up getting to our seats at WrestleMania later that evening.
To look to our left.
We look to our left in the seats. I mean, literally right next to us.
Like what? A double take.
Exactly, because it was like,
we've seen them.
Y'all. And I went back and flipped through my pictures. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's them. And, a 7-hour show and tons of wrestling later. It ends up working out well. Ironically, Bayley would eliminate Sasha, and then our fave, Naomi, would end up eliminating Bayley. So it's a wonder our friendship even got out the door, even got out of the Superdome that night. But that will go ahead and make it official. Boss and Hug now officially on our tag team titles. Of course, pictures posted as usual on our site immediately following this. So, who knows how long these are going to stay. We know the Iconics are waiting in the wings. I doubt Alexa and Nikki are done. But we'll see how long this ends up going. But I will go ahead and let's try to get to our guest segment here. And again, we're trying something new here. I don't know if this is going to work, but we're gonna flip the camera around here and see if this is going to end up working. So let's flip this around here. And we're going to take a seat. And I'm pretty sure I just picked my nose on live TV. So, way to go, us.
I need one of those Lacey Evans.
Hey, there she is. So, for those of you who are not familiar with who is joining us here at the bottom, this is Savanah. You have heard her name get mentioned quite a bit on our show, but you are talking to basically the ultimate Bayley fan. Like,
That's
you
right.
don't get her. You hear about Izzy, forget it. Izzy is second rate in terms of this. This is the ultimate Bayley fan. It was only a matter of time before she joined us. So thanks for taking a few minutes with us tonight.
Oh, thank you for having me on. I'm so excited to be on.
And we're looking for Hayleigh, but I don't see her in the crowd. So looks like
I know
you
she's
might be
having
taking
trouble with her service.
Okay.
Well, we wanted to, of course, on a night like tonight when your girl becomes Bayley 2 belts, we had to bring you in here and talk about it for a second. Of course, if you are not familiar with her, it's her and Hayleigh have boss_hug connection. So find them on Instagram.
That's
tons of followers. You think our cosplay is good. Hers blows ours out of the water. So y'all enjoyed. If you're not following her, you need to go follow her and Hayleigh. Hey, floor's yours. Talk about tonight.
I don't even know where to begin. Oh my goodness. I'm extremely happy. Obviously, I know Hayleigh would definitely say the same. It's been a long time coming. This is something have talked about since they've lost the titles at Mania last year. I was shocked. I honestly didn't know if they were actually going to win or not. Obviously, I wanted them to win. But I got a little scared at the end because, Bayley and Sasha had that little tussle with the tag. I was like, oh, no. So, but, it worked out in the end. I don't know if you guys have had an opportunity to see it, but if you go to Twitter, there's an exclusive video of them taking pictures, and it's very funny, and everybody should go watch it. It's hilarious, and it makes it 10 times better for tonight to be happening. It's amazing.
Yeah, we were catching those just before we went live here with Plate Exchange to get an opportunity to take a look at those pictures. Eventually YouTube will drop the video of them getting their plates as well. Hey, maybe we beat them to it.
Yeah,
you definitely did.
And I want to see get some new plates. What do you think? Sasha gonna get some blue plates?
I think that's a possibility. I definitely think that's a possibility. I think it will go really, really well with the new gimmick, and especially, you know, with her being heel and her and Bayley being both heel, I think it'll be great.
Well, again, we weren't going to definitely have any Bayley 2 belts happening tonight without having you. And we're hoping Hayleigh could have joined us as well. You know, we'll make sure we catch her in a future episode here. But you have yourself a good rest of your night. Okay.
Now. I think Hayleigh's in there now.
Oh, well, let's take a look, because I want to make sure she gets her say so in. She needs to invite herself. And for those of you, again, that's still in here, it's brand new to us. So yeah, I'm not seeing her.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, well, that's all right. We'll catch her in a future one. But anyway, thanks for joining us tonight, and we'll catch you down the road. But have a good rest of the day.
Thank you. Thank you for letting me join in. Bye.
Have a good night.
You too. Bye.
So you guys hear us talk about Savanah and Hayleigh all the time on our show. So, you know, we definitely wanted to take the time. You know, we're normally not a talk show, but, you know, let's drop one more person in here. Do we know who this is?
I don't know. I want to say that's Hayleigh, but I don't know if she created another.
Maybe. Let's jump in. If nothing else, you know, we get a surprise, as long as it's, you know, nothing inappropriate. Let's take a shot at it. But
yeah, that is.
No, it is. Look at that.
She just switched the picture.
Hang on. Yeah, she moved her picture around. It kind of threw me off there for a second.
Yeah, that's why.
Let's jump Hayleigh in here.
Hi, Hayleigh. Hi. How are you?
Out. I'm like right next to you.
I'm excited.
Oh, gracious. Well, either way, this is the other half of Boss_Hug Connection. This is Hayleigh, the ultimate Sasha fan. You know, again, you've heard other names, but no one knows more about the blueprint than this young lady right here. So thanks for taking a second to drop it tonight.
So how are you feeling?
I'm so happy. Like, I don't know. I had a feeling. I just knew it. And if they screw up this title run for them, then we can talk. Because I'll have a lot of words.
Yes, we know.
Not appropriate.
Yeah, the meltdown they had right after 35 was not pleasant. We had to go home with them for quite a walk back in New York, and that was a very unpleasant trip. I'm glad to see gold around them again, but hey, the floor is yours. What you think of tonight?
I'm just so happy.
It's funny. I thought she'd say more.
She's probably having to take it in.
It'll as soon as she gets off the show, all of a sudden she'll like explode.
Yeah.
But we were laughing about how we could hear the scream all the way from North Carolina for you ladies.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if y'all were talking. My service is really bad. I'm trying my best.
No, we're good.
We're good. But, you know, again, we weren't going to have, you know, Sasha and Bayley win titles tonight and not have you come in and smile. Mm-hmm. Again, Boss_Hug Connection. If you haven't followed them, make sure you follow them. Again, their cosplays are insane. They are the ultimate Bayley and Sasha fans. But, Hayleigh, you know, I know the reception's out. We're going to try to, you know, get you back on here in the future. But for those of you who also can hear in the background, little one is tired of us being on the show. So, yeah, have a good night, hun. Congratulations.
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thanks for coming
on. And this may be something that, you know, we may try to do from time to time. You know, we definitely want to make sure that, you know, any of the super fans that are like us, I can tell you right now, when Naomi finally at some point wins a title, I'm not going to hush for a week. Then again, I don't hush now, so.
I live with you.
Anyway, for those of you who joined us for Plate Exchange, thank you so much. Again, you know, check out the Boss_Hug Connection. You know, their work is amazing. You know, you won't find bigger Sasha and Bayley fans, and if you think you are, by all means, go challenge them, because they'll put just about anyone else to shame. But hey, that's Plate Exchange. New women's tag team titles. We know we're gonna have a new Intercontinental Champion next week, so we'll see how that turns out. But in the meantime, y'all have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow at 2:00 for Questions with the Queen, and at 7 for Top Rope spoilers for NXT Takeover in your house. Have a good night. Stay safe. Wash your hands. All the.
Wear the mask. Go out bare minimum. Wash your hands, sanitize, all that good stuff.
Yeah, this is technically her exit. So either way, y'all have a good night. We'll see you later.
Peace. Mwah.